It's that time of year again. Ladies and gentlemen, WonderCon is back this year, and it is at the Los Angeles Convention Center. Overall, it wasn't too bad. It was less busy than Anime Expo, but it was more busy than Kamikaze. I will say I do miss the Aneheim Convention Center, but luckily in 2017, they promised to go back to the venue. There's nothing wrong with the LA Convention Center. No, it's fantastic. It's just the Aneheim Convention Center's hotels are really right next to the venue. Cosplay this year was fantastic. There was a boulder on the left that you could see. There's the finished Modern Armor I finished. Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. Liger Zero from Zoids. There's Nikumi from Shokugeki no Soma. Some Courage the Cowardly Dog cosplay. Even some Ruby cosplay. It was Neptune, Ruby, Sun, Pyra, Nora. I'm glad that fandom's still growing. And there was even wrestler cosplays. I was super happy to see the Sting and the Finn Balor and a couple other luchadores around. And there's a Beaker. Tons of creative costumes. I wasn't able to get all of them. Inside the actual convention center, I swung by the Gunpla display. As always, they have a fantastic display of the Gundams they have available. I always have my hopes up, hoping to find the Tequila Gundam from G Gundam, but aside from the Shining Gundam and a few others, I haven't found anything. I did find a Mazen Kaiser, which was nice to see. I did find the Shining Kabuto card, which $40, it was a little too steep for me. But the display on this booth is always just fantastic. A little bit overpriced for my taste, but great nonetheless. The majority of what I ate this whole weekend, because it was convention, was pretty much water, celery, and protein drinks. Aside from the restaurants I would eat at, it would be very few and far between. There were a couple panels I went to. There was a comedy and comics one, how to break into comics through Marvel. Some really top-notch panels out there and fun. Tom's Urban Cafe. I'm not associated with them at all. They just had fantastic service, and really this whole area around the Staples Center was great at night. Now at this point, we were having fun and all, but really it was getting late. We decided to head back to our hotel room and just knock out. It was just day one. Conventions wear on you. This time around, I didn't really even buy much. I bought like a shaker bottle from Flex Comics, and aside from that, there really wasn't much else. It was really just kind of it was one of those nice weekends off where I just got to enjoy myself and enjoy life for the most part. We stayed at the JW Marriott for one night only. We live relatively close, so me and my brother, we drove back on Sunday. It was like a 60-mile drive. The only real downside for this weekend was the valet at the JW Marriott. While the hotel was nice and WonderCon did a great job hosting events there, the $45 valet parking kind of sucked, and that was the only option. Aside from that, the entire weekend was a success. If you ever do plan on coming to a convention in the LA Convention Center, like Anime Expo or Kamikaze, if you're driving, I'm sorry, driving's gonna suck. If you're used to it, you know what I'm talking about. Lanes will change out of nowhere, parking is almost non-existent, and when you can find some, it'll range between $20 to $45, depending on the day and even the event. I've seen $55 before. From my understanding, Anime Boston and SakuraCon are going on at the same time as WonderCon. If you're at any three of these conventions, go ahead and talk about it in the comments. I'd really love to read about how your experience went. I personally enjoyed my time at WonderCon 2016, and I hope I'd be able to go next year and Anime Expo later this year. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.